everybody, welcome. I'm Lynn from L&J Goods. It is so nice to have you here today. Happy Wednesday. And we're continuing Christmas in July. Today our feature, our focus is going to be our very favorite Tim Holtz. And we are so excited because we have offered you guys a very special code, which is,
I knew you were going to say that
16 times today.
I'm going to make it the pinned comment on Facebook so you can easily find it and click on the collection. And it's also linked in the description on YouTube. Holiday TH25.
Yes.
That's the code.
Holiday TH25.
All caps.
All caps. You can enter that code at checkout. We are giving you guys 25% off any of the Tim Holtz Ideology Christmas collection that we have left. So there's a lot of good stuff there. But anyway, I hope that that's something that excites you too. Today, we're going to do some simple Christmas tags using Tim Holtz Ideology, and I'm kind of excited about it. Here's my mic. So let's do that. I'm Lynn, and L&J Goods is located here in Medina, New York. We have a little brick and mortar shop where you can find all these supplies, or you can find us at lnjgoods.com. Yeah, I'm going to actually show off some of the projects that we've done in the past in our private groups and here live, that you can find all of these, well, not all, but the ones that we have shared live are living over on YouTube now. So if you're on YouTube, you can just scroll through those playlists and you'll see a Tim Holtz tab playlist, and you'll be able to catch up on all those videos we've done, because I mean, they're timeless. They really are. It's, it's stuff like this. Love this stuff. So I promise you we will be doing more Tim Holtz before actual Christmas comes, because it's just so much fun, and I love using this stuff. So I'm going to flip the camera down and show you some of the things we've done in the past. Then we're going to go ahead and make some really easy layered up tags to use for your holiday packages, or I just think it's like that extra gift on a gift.
Yeah.
These you could hang them on a tree for an ornament. They're so cute. They're so cute.
Darling.
So, darling and adorable.
Yes.
And cute. And they're Tim Holtz.
Yes.
And so they're really good. All right, let's flip that camera down. Here we go. Okay, guys. Oh, we don't have the rest of our lights on.
Let me take care of
That's why it looks a little dark and dim. Before we get started with our tags, I do want to show you some of the past ways that we have used these wonderful products. We did this one last year before Christmas. Love this piece. It's just on an old wood plank, but beautifully layered up using all the fun ideology things. So there is that one. And remember last year when we released the Tim Holtz, we created this cute little piece. I gotta turn that light on. Look at that! Still such a cool, good retro vibey kind of package that has, and these were done with the little boxes.
Yes.
The little boxes, and I just layered it all up. But isn't that adorable? I love working with these guys, these little, the little like snowmen and reindeer and the little salvaged figures. But I think we're gonna do maybe another snow globe this year live, but these are a couple of the snow globes we've done. And then we have, sorry about that. We did these also live. Just a cute little layered up, like candy gingerbread house sort of look. We did these on those ornament rounds. Love those. These were a special kit that we had put together, but anybody can do these, and covered them all who got this little kit? We sold out of these. These were so sweet. Kit. And we did many different versions, but then you open it up, it can become an ornament. You open it up, and then inside we have a couple more little salvage deer, the little mini ones, and just layered some papers. But yeah, I forget what the one is that we did. It was not this one. It was a different version of this.
Like a little snowman.
It had a snowman in it. Yes, and it was so cute. So yeah, let us know if you have done any of these projects. This was one of our private journal groups. What happened to that silent tape?
I guess JR didn't order silent.
Oh, okay.
The quiet tape was stuff that I got.
This was last year's private Facebook workshop. We do have these still available, these workshops. They're edited versions, but you can join the Facebook group and private group. There's links in when you purchase this class, but there's links and takes you to this private Facebook group, and you'll also get links to the edited YouTube videos for these projects. But I think this was one of my favorite journals we've ever done. And it's just a total Christmas one. We actually constructed a little interior box with this, and inside you could put recipe cards, photographs, little memorabilia, anything you want. This was so darling. But each of these little signatures, like the box is tied in, and then it has this little removable signature. So you can kind of mix and match your signatures and do anything you want in here. But this was such a cute, fun project. But this is what I mean by ideology, are all of these papers and all those little elements that we use. We shared this live last year also. I love this one. Oh my gosh. You know what? When I pick these up and go through them, it just literally makes my heart pitter patter again.
So cute.
This was an actual book that we created live. This was 2 sessions, I believe. And when you open it up, there is a little box. We cut this out, and it's like, oh my gosh, I'm going to lose a finger. And
was that also the one that was the steamy romance novel?
Yes.
That was a very fun.
You were right.
Fun one, yes.
Yeah. So these are all some of the fun ways that you can use Tim Holtz ideology. Ideology is a fan favorite.
Yes.
And I know it's getting harder to find. You can't find it out in brick and mortar shops really that much anymore. Big box, I know. It's just not out there. So
we've got a lot though.
We do have a lot.
Yep.
And so we wanted to offer you that discount code and let you have fun with that. So what are we going to do today? First of all, we're going to clear away all of this stuff, even though I love looking at it. It inspires me.
Just a little walk down memory lane.
It makes me happy. Just a little walk down Christmas lane.
Yes.
Excuse me. Yep. Absolutely. And let's take this guy out of the way. Oh my gosh. So fun. It really is like just old memories. It really is. Today what we're going to...
Especially if all your family members are all...
Well, my family members are...
Her sepia family members.
Yeah. Yes, exactly. I still feel like we don't have the right...
I don't know how to turn those lights on.
I don't know why they're not on.
I turn every switch on.
Okay. So what are we going to use today? We're going to do some really simple layering because I'm very shadowy for some reason. I know, right?
We just moved in. We just got it.
Yeah.
First live.
Yeah. Huh. Oh well. I feel shadowy. It's very shadowy. Let's see. If I turn this a bit. No, maybe. Yes, no, maybe. Like that. That's a little bit better. Okay, so we're going to start with these simple tags. These are the distress tags, and this is the larger size, the number 8 size. You get a lot of them in here. And of course, they're fun to use. We love these. I turned that a little bit, but see how it's like pulling a shadow from up there. Oh well, we'll figure it out. Yeah.
We'll have to speak to our electrician about this.
We do need to speak to our electrician.
Building manager, our building manager.
Yes.
Well, guess what? He's a very good electrician.
Well, I don't think he calls himself an actual electrician, but he does know his way around those circuit breakers.
Yes, and wires and whatnot.
Okay. Again, I just want to stress like how cool it is to just pull this kind of stuff out, throw it on the table, and get friends and family together to just have a time of making. And even when we have done those kinds of things here at the shop as well, and it's just fun. We want to do we've done Tim Holtz Christmas friends and family nights, and they've been a blast. So we do want to do more of those. But anyway, that to me, that is the heart of making for Christmas. I want you to think about how so much more happens when you are creating with friends and just enjoying that time together. I just love the conversation that happens, and it just seems like everything else is not a worry when you're just there creating.
Well, that's why this is so fun.
It is. That is why it's so fun. You're absolutely right.
You can't do that necessarily every day, but we always have this.
We always have Mondays and Wednesdays.
That's right.
To escape our mundane, stressful, or otherwise not so interesting
boring
life, right? Or dramatic,
or
whatever, or too interesting. Exactly. So we have some tags here. Of course, I haven't prepared any of this in advance because I don't. I mean, other than I knew that I wanted to use these collage sheets, the large collage strips, because they are just ready-made with some really cool images, backgrounds, or images. I don't want to say backgrounds. You could also use you could use backdrops, right? And it depends on how fancy or how simple you want this to be. But I just love these because I think they're easy. And then we're going to put a few layers over top. We may, if we have time, use some of the backdrops to put on the back of the tags. But but let's say this is what we're going to do.
Can I quickly discuss the supply link?
Sure, of course.
So some of you are just veterans here and you know where the supply link is, and I see a couple of you saying, let me just first explain what that is. I make a supply list for every live. You can find a link to that supply list in the description up above if you're on Facebook, down below if you're on YouTube, or on lnjgoods.com under the menu item featured on our live tutorials. You just look for today's date, 7/9/25, and the title of the live, Tim Holtz Christmas Tags. Now, a couple of you I see saying, I'm clicking the link and there's no products in there. Well, that's because many times I will have created the collection, and as Mom is going live, I'm observing what she's using for the first time and adding that to the supply list. And we are working on perhaps
trying to tighten that up a little.
We're trying to tighten that up a little bit, but sometimes that's why in the first few minutes, those of you who just already know where that supply list is and you want to get to it right away, that's why it's empty sometimes right at the beginning. And if you wait a couple minutes, you'll see. You could actually watch me probably in real time as Mom is pulling a product out.
Exactly,
adding
right?
it to a supply list. Because I can't always even tell by what she has out here. Like, was she just playing with that with something else earlier, right before this live? Or is that for this project? Anyway,
I'm trying.
That's a little behind the scenes scoop because you guys don't have enough of that from us.
Yeah, for sure. So I'm just taking these collage strips and I am fitting them, and then I'm going to use my leftovers to fill in the other side. Then we're going to collage them down.
the box is. What was that box that you made that kit on? Do you know what that's called?
Oh, it wasn't the box.
The one that you just showed there, that was like a little box. That one with the...
This one?
Yeah.
We did this last year for the Tim Holtz
yes,
release.
Yes, I'm just wondering if this is still available, so I'm curious
yes,
what it's called.
Yeah. You'd have to look.
Okay, I'll go look
they're
and
back
I'll give
there, and there's a whole different bunch of these that I know you just can't get them, like at Hobby Lobby anymore or places like that. The Hobster Lobster. So I think this is where I'm going to start. And then let's look at what I've got left over here. And let's think about a few things that we could do. I mean, I could even use one of my backdrops. So maybe I'll show you a couple different ways. We're going to try to just have fun with these and kind of, again, show you how I sort of think through. Yeah, they're those. How I sort of think through my layering process and what that kind of looks like in real time, which is a total nightmare, I'm sure, to Megan. Oh gosh, Mom, you're thinking too much about this, that, and the other. So we'll take a couple of the backdrops, and I'm just going to add these. I won't cut these yet. I'm going to glue these down, and then we'll cut them. And maybe on this one, I'll just add a little more, just a little typography over here. So that would be good. I like that. Just to change it up a little bit. But then this one, maybe I'll just layer these on here and do something like, I cut these apart. I grab these little words and use them to layer things. To layer with things. Who's a Tim Holtz fan out there? Everyone?
Yes.
And maybe...
I would dare someone to raise their hand and say they're not.
I know. This was a piece I had left from something. So, again, I'm just going to take these leftovers, but this is so fun to me. I could literally sit at my little studio desk table and my work table and literally just play like this. I love this kind of thing. It is the thing that truly makes me feel like I can get just lost in all of this.
It's like meditative.
It really is. To me it is. And yeah, I love it. Okay, so let's put that one there. All right. Now I'm not gonna like, well, maybe I will. Let's just take this and maybe add a little bit of ink to it. So I'm just going to use some archival ink. And let's do that. I'll do all of my other edges later, but I'm just going to kind of create a little bit of a definition here between my pieces. Just to give them a little bit of a different look so they're not just glued in place. This,
sorry, go ahead.
I have to say, when I shared in the Insider group, like, what would you like us to do for Christmas in July? We had a lot of folks that talked about tags, and Joan, especially. Joni is a local gal who loves working with tags. She loves it. So,
Donna,
Joni, this is for you.
Donna is wondering if there will be new kits this year.
New kits.
We're talking about it.
We're talking about it. Yeah. I'm kind of working that out. I have a major thing right there, but I'm not too worried about that because
Cheryl said this is how it all started a few years ago.
Oh my
true.
gosh, isn't that the truth? Let me get.
Yes, Laura, you're right. She said you just never know what Lynn will pull out of her hat on a live. You're right. So that is a live and active supply list.
It's so true, right? Oh my gosh.
Yes, Nina, that book was a class. That journal that she did and the book that she did was a class. You should be able to find that under workshops on
I'm
our
gonna just
website.
kind of. I don't have an exact measurement here, so.
Even though you can clearly see perfect.
No, I'm like for this. I mean, I could measure it. Come on. Really? Oh, you're going to make me measure.
You just have everything you need right
Isn't
there to
this,
measure.
Isn't this how we all do it? Yeah, I do. I have rulers. I have
Look at this,
all
though.
the things.
It's literally measurements right on the thing that you're using.
But no, I'm going to do it the hardest way possible. All right, so that'll go there. All right, you guys, leave me alone, okay?
It's fine. I just didn't know if you noticed those numbers on there.
Cheryl said this is how it all started?
Yes.
Oh, no. Cheryl who?
Oh, Marnie wants to know if we have a new fairy kit for this year. Like you promised. You did promise.
I'm working on something. And it's not necessarily a fairy, but it's kind of like a fairy. And that's all I'm going to say, all right? That's all I'm saying about that.
You won't even tell Marnie? Wow.
No, please let me get myself. It's in process, and I think it will be fun.
It will be fun. There's no doubt.
Okay. Now I'm going to glue all of these in place. So I've got my layouts here. Oh, I know what else I was going to do. Are we almost out of time already?
No.
Because I have been yammering on about past projects.
Oh, I see you've got a mini dauber there. We'll add that to the
supply
list for
the little
anybody
mini.
who's watching live.
Oh, guess what I found too? When I was looking for something else, I found my hole punch. my little crocodiles.
Nice. What is that called? I put in dauber.
No, it's not a dauber. It's
I
a
forget every time.
mini ink applicator, something like that.
Some combination of those words.
Yeah.
Tiny blending tool.
Tiny blending tool, of course.
None of the words.
These are
none
cool
of the words
too.
we said.
And then you can get the little removable foams for the top, but they're great for like. I have several different ones. Like I have one that's for black, one that's for red, one that's for like any of the browns.
Love
and
it.
then, of course, you have all this left to play with, and we're going to throw that in there. All right, let's start gluing these down. I am going to, since we're using Tim Holtz, my collage medium du jour is the Tim Holtz Distress Collage Medium. I love this stuff too. This stuff will actually glue not only paper to paper, but it will glue metal, like the little metal ideology tags and embellishments. It will glue those together. It will glue glass to metal. It does all the things. It's really a great product. And we're just going to...
Billy, I just got your message and I'm passing it along to August, so he will fix that. He'll grab it before it leaves.
Okay, and we're just going to lay these on here, spread them out, glues fingers to paper. Done that many times, but it's really a magical collage medium. And then we'll come back later to trim these. But look, see just a little inked edge, how that creates just a little more interest, just something a little more interesting. Well, I could do this. I just wanted to show you. I just wanted to show you 2 ways to apply your collage medium. Okay, that's all.
I think it's great.
That's all. You know what I found when I was searching through the cabinet for things, Megan?
What?
And I was searching through all my Tim Holtz stuff. I found
Besides your crocodile?
I found a journal that you had started. I found another
I know.
project that you had started live. Oh my gosh.
Someday I'm going to do them.
Let's, you know what? Nope. Oh, because I already cut.
Marnie wants to know, will whatever one you're cooking up now, will her husband be able to do it? Because he did the fairy kit, remember?
I do remember. Because Marnie, did you get 2 of them? You did get 2 of them.
Yeah, and they each did one.
Yeah. I think so. I think so.
That was so cute that he did that.
I loved that, Marnie. Oh my gosh. I love that. We have sure had our fun with Tim Holtz, haven't we? And our kits and all of that. Shirley, see, you cannot, who can resist a pile full of colorful papers and vintage goodies and,
Not me.
oh my gosh, I know, you just gotta like see, like what is all of
This is
this?
Tim Holt.
I know, right, Shirley?
Yeah.
And yes, I went right over my hole because I'm gonna open that back up. Yes, I am. Now let's put that one down here. I like that down there. But what an easy way to make a cute little background, like a patchwork background. I love this already. It's so simple. I mean, honestly, you add a little bit of wire and a ribbon to this and it's gonna be incredible. It really is. It could be just like this for a simple tag, but we're gonna take it up a notch. Let me rinse my brush off. And the further I get into my collage projects, the stickier my fingers get.
Yeah.
They get
That
loaded
stuff
up.
is for real sticky.
Yep. Okay, so I am just going to now trim this from this side so I can easily just follow the shape of my tag. We'll come back a little bit later after these dry more to kind of distress those edges with a little paper distressor. Megan's like, oh, I'll add that to the list.
Yep, adding it now. I wondered why that wasn't out or why you weren't using it.
I think it's
yet.
in my tray here, maybe. Oh no, it's right there. But we want these to dry a little more. But while these are drying, I can take out some of my, like the ephemera pack the layers, and I can take all those other little bits and put them on here and see what we come up with. That's why it's great too to work in little bundles like this, because you can move from one project to the other, one stage of the project to another while the previous things are drying. Because you know we're going to need a few minutes to lay out and
That stuff does dry really quickly.
decide what we want. Okay, so there are my tags so far. But you guys, even this right here, to me, like if you didn't want to do anything other than this, like how fun is that?
Yeah.
Punch that hole through there and put a ribbon through it. How cute would that be?
And I'm like, how cute to just even write with a glitter pen a name or something on there for a gift.
There's so much you can do. So much. So when I am getting out, just a second, Megan, and when I'm you've seen me in the past when I'm getting out my holiday collections for Tim Holtz. I will take all of my Christmas stuff and I keep it in like one of those scrapbook boxes, like they're plastic. You can pick them up at any like craft store. I was going to say Joann's, can't do that anymore. But they're those like 12 by 12. They're made to hold like a 12 by 12 scrapbook paper, and they're about this deep. And I just put all of my holiday or seasonal things in those, and then in one of those little stackable bins, which is in a cart wrapped up, so I couldn't grab that. I also keep them in these kinds of plastic envelopes. That's how I keep my Tim Holtz organized.
Bjorg is here.
Hi, Bjorg.
We never get to see her here for a live. How exciting. Patrice was wondering if there's any kits from last Christmas with a tutorial. Yes, there are a couple under workshops. I can add those also to the supply list for today. For sure, there are some Advent kits left. Those are really special.
I know, I forgot to show those the other day.
No, you showed it.
I never actually showed it.
Do you want to show it now or wait till the end?
Yeah, well, no, I'll show it at the end.
Okay.
Where did I put it?
It's right behind you.
Oh, there it is. Well, I'll show it now. This is another project kit that we have available right now. It has a video tutorial. These are all pieces that it comes with a sheet of these that are made to fit on the sides of the little boxes, okay? And I don't know, it comes with a bunch of stuff. I can't remember all. But JR actually, because this is paper mache, he actually cut like a wood base and a wood top to give us a little more expansion there. And it comes with the little house, a little wreath, a couple bottle brush trees, and I think a page of assorted red labels. Not the knobs, because there's lots of different ways that you can use the knobs, but this is a really fun kit too.
Let me see. I'm seeing if there's any of the fairy. Oh, there are some of the fairy ornament boxes. Yes.
Wait, how many?
There's a few left.
Oh, I thought they were gone.
I hope they're not gone. It shows that we have them here, so.
Okay.
I added that as well. That's a really cute kit.
We can grab that. That's back there too. So what I have here, like, again, I just throw these into bags so that I can easily go through them. But this is from the Tim Holtz collection called Christmas Emporium. These are a little heavier. These are called layers. And they're meant to be layered. But I want you to see these as well, because these can also be used as their own tag. Like, you could use this, put a really neat backdrop or photograph with a frame, whatever you want on the backs of these, and you've got another super cool like tag or ornament that you could create. But these are a little heavier, thicker cardstock that are called layers, and they're meant to layer over things. So like, we could take this guy and put him there.
Fairy ornament kit.
The little book box. Yeah, it's.
Sorry, I was asking them, not you.
Oh, sorry.
No, I'm sorry.
But it's got all kinds of. This has a very retro vibe. Here are these little tinsel and ornament pieces that you can add to the boxes, the little wood boxes, like I showed you earlier. But this is called Emporium, and it's the Layers Emporium from last year's Christmas. Really neat. So I've pulled one of those out, and you'll find over the years there are different versions of this. Tim comes out with different versions. These are like botanicals. I don't know. I don't think I want to cover her up, but like, we could put a botanical there. but these are layers and they're thicker. But we've also got in here the ephemera, and all these little ephemera pieces are thinner. They're thinner paper that you can continue to add over the top. Like I pulled out these little deer because I just think they're so cute.
So at noon, I usually have 90 stamps, and at 1, I usually have 55. I'm at 55 now.
So like I would add that there, and this is where I just start to play and see what looks good. How can I layer these? How can I make this look interesting and fun? And I just kind of switch back and forth and just decide what I want where, and I just play. I'm just playing. Love these poinsettia too. Oh my gosh. A lot of his collections have these little like flashcards that you could also throw on there. Like how fun is that? And they come in different sizes for a different look as well. Like how cute is that? But that's what I do. Oh, and this little deer comes in 2 sizes. Oh my gosh. See, I just get so like into this. A tag, you could throw a tag on this, maybe around the deer's neck.
So the code, okay, got a few questions here.
Okay.
Just since I walked away. Which kit? Did you show the ornament kit too? Or not yet?
No, I haven't shown the fairy kit yet.
I just wanted to know what Donna was asking about. So the Advent kit is linked in the supply list for today. She'll also show you the little fairy ornament kit. That's also linked in the supply list for today. Those are not on sale. What's on sale today is everything in the Tim Holtz Christmas collection. And you can use the code.
In the Ideology Christmas collection, yeah.
It's on our website. It's called Tim Holtz Christmas collection.
Okay, look at, there's a little frame. Oh.
The code is holiday TH25. And that collection is linked also in the descriptions, both on Facebook and YouTube. But you just add that code at checkout, and it will take 25% off any of the things in that collection. The IOD holiday is also still on sale.
Mm-hmm. See, like that's too big, but maybe I'll search around in these little bundles and find a smaller tag. I think that could be super, super cute.
What do you do to the back of the tag, Donna?
Oh, I'm going to add something to the back as well. But again, this is just kind of how I start to play and process and kind of look through what do we have here. Like, oh my gosh, I love that. And there's so much, like I will just lay all of this out. You guys, I'm actually working kind of quickly here. I have not planned anything, but I just am showing you this is what I do.
Oh, Mary Jo was just commenting how Tim used to come out with new versions, and Laura Roy said, I was just going to ask about that. I didn't really understand what was going on with Tim Holtz. I didn't know if you wanted to address that.
Yeah, what Tim did is Tim actually retired as a designer from Ideology, or from the Tim Holtz brand. Mm-hmm. So he's not designing new project or product.
He wants to focus on making.
He wants to focus on making and creating. Like, oh my gosh, no, maybe that needs to go around his neck. That's cute. But the beautiful thing about the Ideology is it truly does, like, I think it just inspires, and you can see what I'm doing here. It's like, oh, I play and I mix and I match and I change things up, and that to me is what is so fun about this. Everybody can, we could have all of the same products laid out in front of us, and we would all create something different, a different vibe, something with a different feeling to it. And that's what I love about these products. Like I'm looking like, oh, you could go in a totally like kind of wintry blue look would be awesome. Look at those bells. I love those bells like that. I might, just kind of depends, I lay them out and see what works for me and then make my decisions, start to lay them out, and then I decide. And I might switch it up even before I glue it. Decide to glue. Because there's so much in here. I love that. There's so much in here to work with. You will have, out of these few little packs of paper, like if you have a backdrops, a layers, and ephemera pack, you've got enough to work with for a long time, for the season. But then you can also add these to, you can put them on books, you can cover books, you can create junk journaling, stuff with junk journals, Christmas cards, little shelf sitters. I've done lots of shelf sitters with these. They're just really, really fun to use. Okay, so I'm just kind of quickly going through these to see if there's anything else I want.
I agree, Nina. She says, even if you're not feeling inspired or creative, these products allow you to get so creative. Just like
it's true.
Just like a journal page, pulling out a tag like that, I so agree. That's the perfect little thing to just spark something. You can do that.
Excited and inspired by all of this stuff. So yeah, that's what I do. I just separate my pieces, like I put my ephemera pack into an envelope, and then I do the layers in another pack. Like, oh my gosh, look at that, how pretty. But just pulling that out right there inspires me, because I love the colors in this. So yeah, they'll be fun. Oh my gosh, just Merry Christmas, holiday greetings, believe. I feel like I need a Merry Christmas somewhere, so we're gonna have to do that.
Stephanie says she has no sound. Is anybody else having